In this video, I'm going to show you exactly how I escaped the $2,000 a month marketing agency death trap. Now, if you run a marketing agency, you're probably familiar with this term or probably know what it means. It's basically you're stuck signing local clients that churn after 2 or 3 months. You're probably doing 6 figures a year, maybe a little bit more, multi-6 figures a year, and you just want a way to sign higher paying clients. Let's hop into it. So the first thing that I did to sign literally $50 to $100 million companies for my marketing agency is simple. I revamped my offer. Okay. Now, I could be telling you guys all this stuff. I have testimonials, things like that I'm going to show you guys later on in the video. But just to be very clear to you guys, I'm currently marketing for software companies that are doing over $1 million a year. So I'm targeting a company demographic that can afford a $5,000 to $30,000 a month retainer. Obviously, in this YouTube channel, there's over 290 videos talking about the work that I do and things like that. Go check it out after this video. But stay and watch this to the very end because I have something to show you guys towards the second half of the video. So you want to position yourself in front of these companies. You have to create an irresistible outbound message that appeals to an upmarket segment. The local market wants something different than the upmarket. The upmarket, these companies, they already have, sales and development teams. They already have positions hired out for marketing. So they want something different. They don't want a marketer because they already have that. They want a thing, a system, an infrastructure, an agency to come in and actually build them out something that's tangible and as an asset. And it's basically the skills you already have. You just apply them up market. So I personally use AI like clay tables to reverse engineer my top 1% buyers. I'm qualifying, I'm prioritizing companies that are doing, as I said, over $1 million, 50 to 100 mil a year. And we're automating this entire outreach process. Okay. So obviously I have a lead magnet down below. You guys can fill it out. If you're doing above $15,000 a month, I show you the step-by-step playbook, how we power AI with clay tables and things like that to sign my agency, $5 to $100 million companies on repeat. Okay. You just fill out what's holding you back, your name, your email, you get the playbook sent to your inbox. All right. And then you can book a call if you want to join the program and scale to $30K a month on and all this other stuff. Now really quickly here, the full stack infrastructure is built once and it's used indefinitely. $5 to $100 million companies, they don't want another agency. They want a predictable way to train up their team, to scale their team. And they're just looking for other sources of client acquisition because let's be honest, they're probably already using a very predictable source that's working. It's why they're getting there. So in order for you as a marketing agency to convert these $2,000 a month retainers to $10K a month retainers, you have to, of course, stand out. You have to acquire phone calls with these companies and dial in a proven up market process. You have to decommoditize your agency. So most agency owners say, hey, look, we're going to run your paid ads for X amount a month. We're going to get you 15 booked calls. And then, maybe they throw in something to where they're going to pay per results. If they, book an extra 2 or 3 calls that business wasn't expecting, they get paid more. That's a terrible way to price your product because let's be honest, you can still serve a local market and scale that way, but you're still this sort of commoditized agency where guess what? Your metrics don't perform the next month, you're cut. Your metrics don't perform this month, you're cut. And then because you're a commoditized marketing agency, what these local businesses can do is they have authority over you. So they'll fire you. And then guess what? The next month, they'll go hire another marketing agency for a slightly bit cheaper. Okay. And then that company is pissed off because they hire you for $2K a month and now they're getting similar results for somebody that they paid $1,500 a month. And then guess what? Their cash flow dips 2 or 3 months after that. And then they fire that marketing agency and they go to the next one. And they say, I can't do it for $1,500. The last agency did it and they absolutely burned us. Can we do it for $1,000? And then boom. So you're having to fight a losing battle. You're putting yourself in a losing battle. So your calls for like walkthroughs, you are consistently fulfilling for your clients. You have no done for you or streamlined or white gloved way to fulfill. And you're positioned like a product, not a service. So we just need to install something simple. And it really just comes down to scaling with $5 to $100 million companies. We have to fish in a different ocean. It's basically if I'm taking you from this pond where it has catfish or whatever, I think catfish or like freshwater or something. I'm taking you from an area where you're only fishing a certain fish, and then I'm just saying, hey, let's go fish over here and let's go after some better, tastier fish. Okay. So We're automating the outreach sales process and everything like that. We're turning your agency into a sellable asset with recurring revenue, because let's be honest, if you want to actually build a business, at least I want to build my business to sell. I want to build my business to sell to some private equity firm, or I want to build my business to sell to some other agency or some other big dog in the space or something like that who wants to take over or just build it and build it up from there. Like, I want to turn my agency into a sellable asset. All right. So this requires key hires, setters, closers, CSMs, packaging your agency from different tier, and yeah, all that stuff. So I've shown you why you need to expand up market. I've kind of shown you exactly how we're going to do it, who we're going to target. Now it's time to throw some rocks at the enemies. But first, I want to show you guys some testimonials here. I just recently uploaded a YouTube video on this channel. Let me go here. I was listening to some study music earlier. You guys asked right here. We took this 16-year-old to $30,000 a month in 60 days with one tweak in his agency. You guys can watch that full case study after this video, but his name is Robbie. He came down to Austin. We recorded a little client testimonial on the rooftop at the Hilton downtown, as you can see in the background, and it was amazing. Literally one Zoom call with him, and we took his agency from, he was at $15K a month when he joined. We doubled it, $30K a month in 60 days. Actually under 60 days. Okay, so that was something that is just recently done. Other clients in the program, we are currently helping clients scale up market with their agencies. So Shrey, as a tutoring coach, first 1 month of joining, scaled 9K a month. Now we're scaling to 100K a month. Jack landing $4,000 growth partner clients just from LinkedIn automations and things like that. Okay, I'm not going to go too much about these case studies and testimonials. Obviously, Robbie having an $8,000 day, split pays, things like that. So it's very crucial and it's very important that you pick up this infrastructure, you pick up this playbook, because guess what? I'm not really here to necessarily, whether or not you join the program, I don't care or not. I just want to deliver as much value as I can on this YouTube channel. So obviously I have that in any description or any comment section, and you can see the step-by-step visually more in depth in this YouTube video, at least, about how exactly we sort of do this. So we're using, before I sort of get into the tech stack of kind of how we do things and how we outreach to these companies, I'm just going to tell you guys one simple rock here. Okay. First enemy that I hate is the local business grind. All these gurus are trying to tell you that you need to sign a bunch of small, low ticket clients. Screw that. Yeah, you can go sign $2,000 a month retainers, but how about you go freaking sign one retainer for $10,000 or $20,000? You're still spending the same amount of time for fulfillment. You're still learning the same skill. It's just a different demographic. Chiropractors, roofers, all these guys, they're fine, but bigger companies are spending $50,000 a month budget on agencies like mine. Okay, you're selling in a low ticket marketplace to clients who will ghost you after 30 or 60 days. If you haven't experienced this, I don't wish it upon you, but you're bound to experience it as a business owner. Local clients treat you like a freelancer. I was literally like, I remember I was fired by all of my clients like a year and a half ago in the local market because cash flow dipped and they couldn't afford the $2,000 a month retainer. So I started figuring out different ways of how we could use softwares like HeyReach to get in front of these companies. So here's kind of the software tech stack. It goes like this. It's like source the leads here on LinkedIn, personalize the outreach messages using clay tables. Find Email is just the software that we use to collect the leads from LinkedIn Sales Navigator and export them into Google Sheets. Okay, so it's like the middleman right here. And then HeyReach is obviously what we're using to send. HeyReach, you can have unlimited senders. Yes, they charge per sender, but here's what the metrics look down in terms of tools. You're probably scared because you're thinking this is a lot of money. Here's the deal. This is what we start off with. This will book you at least 30 qualified calls with upper market companies a month. Your ad spend a month is probably going to be, if you're at $15,000 a month in your agency, you should be spending at least $100 a day on ads. So either way, your ad spend is going to be $3,000 a month. This software stack has a lot more potential because you are able to target decision makers precisely. When you run paid ads, you have to go through different demographics and you have to hit a certain company position or company head within that upmarket company, which means you're going to spend more money on ads just to get to a key decision maker when you could be precisely doing it for less money and better opportunity. Now, I don't sell my program based off saving money because that's how you attract broke people. Okay. I sell this program and I sell my agency services, and I do this on a daily basis with my own agency. And also I'm starting to show other agency owners how to do this as well. I'm doing this in my own agency as we speak. Okay. I can pull up Hey Rich accounts. I can pull up my LinkedIn Sales Navigator. I can pull up my Find Email. Here's obviously some leads for you guys, like just some proof that I'm reaching out. This is $5,000 or 5,000 fintech leads that are all doing above $1 million a month, $1 million a year, excuse me. And so that's just a screenshot for you guys right there. Now it's only right that I'm practicing what I preach, because if I didn't practice what I preached, I wouldn't, one, be getting results for people, and two, I just wouldn't be building on my own agency with indefinite proof, which is all here on the channel as well. So the reason why I even have this info product is just because, one, people are sick of $2,000 a month retainers, and two, it's like, well, I know how to escape this, so I might as well show people how to do it. Okay. Enemy number 2 is shiny object syndrome. Like, this is what you have to understand. You and I made this mistake so much. I was a perpetual funnel tweaker. I was like, I need this other funnel. I need to send more traffic here. I thought it was a funnel problem. It's not. It's a focus problem. Like, each time you rebuild your VSL every single month, like 7 times a month, there's just another marketing agency that you don't know of who's booking calls with decision makers at $50 million companies. Okay. Like, the reason my revenue was so bad, and like I have right here as a bullet point, it looks like a roller coaster, is because I couldn't stop second guessing myself. I was touching my funnel every 3 days. Pause. I was changing my funnel every 3 days. Headline, trying to test out what's going wrong here. It wasn't that. If I could go back to myself that was doing $10,000, $20,000 a month in my agency before I really scaled up, I would tell myself, look, what you're doing is you're trying to tweak something and change something, aka your funnel, which isn't the root cause of the problem. Is the root cause of not scaling your agency and not making money, is that a symptom, or is that a symptom of the problem of not targeting the right people? Like, this is a famous closing line. It's like, the reason why you're not making money, is that a symptom, or is that a problem of the root cause? Because the root cause is you not having the skill set which is able to target those upmarket companies to sign $15,000 to $30,000 a month retainers. So is that a symptom? Is you not making money a symptom of not having that skill, or is it a problem? It's a symptom. Because if you didn't make it a problem, if you knew exactly how to sign these companies, you wouldn't have the symptom of being stuck at that revenue ceiling. That's like a huge paradigm shift, and it took me months to realize that. Last enemy is the paid ads bro growth info coach that coaches agency that teaches meta ads. Like, paid ads are great. Fastest way to scale any business. Hormozy says it, the greats say it, everybody says it, okay? It's true. But if you want to burn $10,000 before you even get your first upmarket lead with a proper decision maker, be my guest. The only reason why I'm preaching targeted outbound is because, one, I still do this, two, it can scale. It's much more effective in terms of a team standard. It's all automated. And scaling outbound allows you to target a very specific decision maker, okay? I'm not teaching something that's broken. I'm not teaching something that isn't working. Outbound targeting, especially with the tools that we have today, like Clay, are able to actually give you the precise decision makers, and you're able to speak to them with specific points. You can customize tables and stuff like that. I have full breakdowns in the Create MRR AI program about how to do this, but it allows you to have more control over who you're going after. And money is the control in paid ads, because when you spend more currency, you're able to filter out through more company heads, company positions, company demographics, which is amazing, but you don't probably have like $10,000 to $30,000 right now a month to target these upmarket companies. Now, those are for mass scaling. Those are for mass ad techniques if you have that amount of cash flow. But right now, you should have cash flow in your business. Like, I only want to speak to you on the phone. In fact, I don't even allow people to book in calls on my book and call page if you're not making at least $15,000 a month and want to sign fat retainers. Because let's be honest, if you don't have $5,000 to $10,000 to set aside for not necessarily just the program to pay me or whatever, if you don't have at least $5,000 or $10,000 to put aside for the next couple months of the software stack to actually scale your agency the right way without hiring a bunch of full-time positions or spending quite frankly, $10,000, $20,000 on paid ads to reach these $50 to $100 million companies, then I don't even want to talk to you, because you're not at the stage where you can grow. If you're still under $10,000, $15,000, $20,000 a month, what you need to do is you need to still have proof of concept, rack and stack case studies and testimonials, other than just continuously sell $2,000 a month retainers, or at least squeeze as much as you can, because the local market has a cap. Like, you're only going to be able to sell your paid ad services or email marketing services or whatever you do for your agency, you know, to so many local businesses, and you're only going to be able to charge max $4,000 a month, $3,000 a month. The $15,000 to $30,000 a month retainers, those are with larger upmarket companies. Okay, so that's essentially how I escaped the $2,000 a month marketing agency death trap. In one of the next upcoming videos, I can demonstrate and I can have a step-by-step process of kind of how I do this, but I save that process for the inner circle guys. Obviously, I'll just show you guys really quickly here on School kind of what we got going on. We have 72 members in the Create MRR AI program. Now, when you opt into the playbook, which is the first link down below, it looks like this, and you put in your email and your name, you're going to get access to the upmarket playbook. So this is kind of just like your downloadable playbook. It's very overview. It's not very niche. It's going to show you exactly what you need to do to get to the next level, and kind of how to reverse engineer adding $20,000 in MRR and things like that. Okay. Now, the full course that they have is for the inner circle guys. So again, this is how we helped people like Robbie scale. I mean, I'll go to the wins channel right now and I'll show you guys. This is pretty crazy. He bought a Corvette at 17 or 16. So pretty damn wild if you ask me. Lots of wins here, things like that. So I'm not going to get into that too much, but this is the point. Obviously, other required softwares, I have all the infrastructures to set up, things like that, and how exactly I do it, how exactly I use it. Okay. So this is not like something to where I'm just like throwing you in deep water and I'm saying, here, have fun. This is a proven process that I'm continuously optimizing every single day that gets my marketing agency, you guys know my marketing agency, createmrr.com, basically just create MRR, get in front of $1 million plus ARR software companies. So I have case studies, testimonials in here. I'm not going to get into those as well, but this is what I'm doing on a daily basis. Like, we build a marketing infrastructure for software companies and we help scale their team and stuff like that. I stopped going after the local market. I started going after larger companies, and you can too, because let's be honest, you want to charge more, you want to leave a better impact. And in terms of building an actual business and scaling an actual business and selling an actual business, a lot of people I talk to sold their agencies to private equity firms, sold and scaled their agencies to other marketing agencies to acquire. And it just really comes down to where you want to go with your marketing agency. If you're serious about actually building your marketing agency to sell, you have to have IP, which is basically just like intellectual property. And it just means that you have native systems to your own marketing agency, and you have a way of going about things to where that is yours. So in other words, you have the established clientele at the market companies. Private equity firms see that and they say, okay, this marketing agency has been around the block a few times. They've signed multiple companies that have stayed for 9, 12, 18 months that are in this space. And all of these companies are generating over $50 million a year. Wow, this looks like an established marketing agency. So when these firms see that, when these companies see that, when you're looking to sell your business down the line or whatever, I'm not saying you have to, but if you are, they see that, and they see that as tangible value. They see that as perceived value, which is giving you the ability to raise your EBITDA rates and EBITDA multiples and stuff like that. But I haven't done my research too much in those sectors. I just know a few people that have sold their companies for some pretty fat checks and have learned a good amount from them so far, but still learning a lot, obviously, as you can tell. But that's that for you guys. Obviously, you guys want to check out the playbook down below. Don't book in a call if you're not making above $15,000 a month. I don't even want to talk to you just yet. But yeah, that's pretty much it. All these guys are killing it in the program. And if you want similar results, I have this step-by-step process. But that's exactly how I escaped the $2,000 a month marketing agency death trap. I'll catch you guys in the next video. Have a great rest of your day. Peace.